My new life partner is an older woman, and honestly, those words still surprise me sometimes, not because I'm ashamed or uncertain either, but because life unfolded so differently than I once imagined. When people picture love, they usually picture familiarity, same age, same timeline, same expected story too. Nobody really prepares you for the possibility that someone older might understand your soul better than anyone your own age. Yet, somehow, that's exactly what happened to me. She entered my life quietly, naturally, unexpectedly. At first, I noticed her wisdom more than anything. The way she listened before speaking, the way her words carried calmness instead of chaos. After years of temporary people, that calmness felt healing. Honestly, most connections before her felt rushed, confusing, loud, but with her, everything slowed down. Conversations became deeper, silence became comfortable too. I stopped feeling pressure to perform constantly because she never demanded perfection from me. She simply wanted honesty, and honestly, that terrified me because real honesty requires vulnerability. It requires letting someone see your unhealed parts, your fears, your insecurities, your emotional scars too. Most people run after seeing those things. She stayed. Instead, that changed me deeply. Before meeting her, I thought love meant excitement and intensity, constant emotional highs, constant reassurance, too. But she showed me another version instead, a quieter, healthier version of love where peace matters more than drama, where trust matters more than appearances, where emotional safety becomes foundation for everything. I didn't realize how exhausted my heart was until her presence started calming it. Sometimes we'd sit talking for hours about life, about regrets, about healing. Two older people carry stories inside their eyes, stories shaped through pain, through survival, through lessons too. And listening to her made me see life differently somehow. She taught me that maturity, beautiful too, not only physical beauty, not only chemistry either, but emotional depth, emotional intelligence, patience too, the ability to communicate without cruelty, the ability to stay during difficult moments, the ability to love without manipulation. Those things became important to me because honestly, I'd experienced too much immaturity before, too many mind games, too many temporary people. Too, with her, everything felt realer, more intentional, more stable, more meaningful. Too, of course, people judged us sometimes. They noticed the age, difference. They made assumptions quickly. Some laughed, some questioned our future too. But honestly, none of them understood what we shared. They only saw numbers. They didn't see the peace. They didn't hear late night conversations. They didn't witness healing happening quietly between us. People often criticize what they don't understand, especially when love refuses to follow expected rules. But connection is deeper than appearances, deeper than age sometimes. And what I felt with her was deeper than most things I'd experienced before. She made me reflect on myself too, made me recognize patterns I needed to change before her. I avoided certain emotions, avoided difficult conversations too, but she encouraged honesty, encouraged growth, encouraged emotional accountability too, not through control, not through criticism either, just through gentle truth. And honestly, that kind of love helps people evolve. I became more patient after meeting her, more thoughtful, less reactive. Two, I started valuing peace over ego, communication over pride, consistency over attention too, because she showed me what emotional maturity looks like. And once you experience that kind of connection, your standards change forever. You stop romanticizing instability and confusion. Instead, you begin craving calmness and honesty more. Sometimes I look at her and quietly wonder how someone so gentle survived everything life gave her, because older hearts carry hidden grief. Sometimes they've loved, they've lost, they've healed quietly too. And despite all that pain, she remained kind. That softness inspired me, because life often hardens people, yet she still loved with patience and warmth. I admired that deeply. I think part of me fell in love with her strength first, not loud strength, not aggressive strength either, just emotional strength, the ability to remain soft after surviving difficult things, that kind of resilience, beautiful to me. Now, when I think about future, I no longer imagine chaotic romance. I imagine peace instead, slow mornings, shared laughter, quiet support. Two, I imagine two people protecting each other through ordinary life. And honestly, that vision started because of her. My new life partner is an older woman, and maybe some people won't understand that. Maybe they'll judge before listening, but honestly, I've stopped caring, because at the end of every day, peace matters more than approval. Genuine connection matters more than outside opinions too, and what we share feels genuine. To me, it feels safe, it feels honest, it feels like two souls meeting at the right time after surviving different storms. And honestly, for the first time in very long, love feels less like confusion and more like home. Before her, I used to confuse attention with love. If someone texted constantly, I thought that meant connection. If emotions felt intense, I assumed they were real, but intensity can disappear quickly, and attention without sincerity means nothing. Eventually, she taught me that through actions, not speeches, through consistency, through patience, through showing up daily, even during ordinary moments, especially during difficult ones. That's when I realized how different she truly was. Most people stay during easy seasons. Very few remain when life becomes emotionally heavy. She remained, not perfectly, not magically, but honestly and fully. And honestly, that loyalty healed parts of me I thought would remain broken. Sometimes I watch her while she's talking and quietly notice little things, the calm way she thinks before responding, the softness inside her eyes, the maturity inside her silence too. Older women carry different energy, less rushed, less performative, less interested in games. Two, she doesn't need constant validation, doesn't create jealousy to feel wanted, doesn't disappear emotionally just to test love. That emotional stability felt unfamiliar at first because chaos had become normal to me. I didn't realize how unhealthy certain patterns were until peace entered my life through her. Sometimes we talk about our age difference, usually late at night during honest conversations. I tell her I worry sometimes about judgment, about opinions, about society too, and she always smiles gently before speaking, then says something simple yet powerful. People judge what they fear. Those words stayed with me because honestly, she's right. People fear love that refuses their expectations. They fear relationships they cannot easily categorize. But life is complicated, and human hearts even more complicated sometimes. Connection doesn't always follow rules. Sometimes souls recognize each other despite differences, despite timing, despite outside opinions too. And honestly, I've stopped fighting that, stopped trying to explain our connection to everyone because certain things only make sense when you've felt them yourself. I think What surprises me most is how safe I feel around her. Safe enough to admit fear, safe enough to show sadness, safe enough to speak without pretending, strength constantly. That emotional safety became addictive, honestly, because once someone loves your truth, not just your best moments, your entire heart relaxes slowly, minded with her for first time in years. Sometimes she talks about her past, the heartbreaks, the lessons, the disappointments too. And every time I listen, I admire her more because surviving pain without becoming bitter requires incredible strength. Many people become cold after heartbreak. Many stop trusting completely. Yet somehow she still loves with warmth, with patience, with openness too. That inspires me deeply because honestly, I know how tempting it feels to